And then after we do this, we can go into the Sanctum City. Well, we can unlock the Sanctum City. I'm not going to bum rush Flynn's ring. I'm trying to think if I even wanted to do if I even wanted to try and despawn up through that second bonfire. It would seem the end is nigh. How many times did I come through here? Let's see. Like 4? Because we didn't die to the rotten. We would have fought him earlier if I hadn't been stupid and forgot about the second jump down. And then when we did beat him, we went to Sanctum City, which respawned everything when we came back through. And we fought... I thought we fought everything, but it looks like we did not. Looks like we only fought a few things. Okay. Top half is done. Bottom half is almost done. We got 2 inkwells left. And then it's just fighting the giants. And if you aren't a fan of the sketchy ledge strategy or the giants don't cooperate with you for the treasure chest strategy, I guess I can show you the third strategy for cheesing the giants and not fighting them. Yeah, okay, cool. Now it's just the giants. So the third strategy is still a bow strategy. Same with 1 and 2. Or you can use, I think it's Dead Again. And you just let them chase you through the cave, which seems terrifying. And they got a hit off. But as you get to the mouth of the cave, they retreat. And then there you go, you've killed a giant. 8 arrows. He's dead. And their weapons have deceptive amounts of range on them. Shot that wall real good. It'll know not to mess with me again. And that strategy is admittedly the fastest strategy with this weapon. A Dragon Rider's bow +5 with poison arrows. This is the fastest way to deal with them. Because there's only 8 arrows. If you have... I have, what, 30 endurance? If you have higher endurance, you might be able to rattle off faster. Or, if you are using the black bow, which is the fastest attacking bow in the game, you can really whittle them down. My PS5 character is using the black bow. It's great. For something like bleed or poison arrows, just raw attack speed is the way to go. Four. 5. 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That was a scary attack. Shaman didn't do anything. Anyone catch how many souls these guys are worth? Also, they don't drop anything, so I should switch over to my 2.5 hat. Can you get in the elevator? And now you can see the reason I had the debate about the hidden bonfire. These elevators are arguably not as bad as other elevators. They at least always go back to start. It's just a matter of remembering left or right. Whereas if you don't send the button elevators back the way they came, you just don't have an elevator when you come back through later. Welcome back, Pat. You really do need to do stutter steps to get off that ledge, by the way. If you just walk off that ledge, you will yeet yourself into the void. Not you. Why are you leading? Okay, well that throws everything off. Not really. The other dude just needs to get hit 6 times. There's the 4. Okay, nice good loss of lock on there. 5, 6, 7, 8. What's up after Dark Souls 2? Depression. I've already played that one. Can we pick a new game? The games on the docket, and not necessarily the order they will get played, is There will eventually be a Clue Finder's 4th grade stream, because it's just a channel reference at this point that nobody has context for outside of Namine and I. Poison should kill this man. I'm gonna play through Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Rose, which is, you know, good old, you know, first generation Yu-Gi-Oh! The rules don't make sense. Don't worry about it. Kingdom Hearts randomizers will be mixed back in. I guess I'm waiting on a patch before I go into them now because there's an issue. Oh yeah, you gotta patch the patch now. Is it hard crash on going into Pride Lands, or do you go into Pride Lands and it just says Pride Lands? Because it could be Spike incorrectly patched to the game. Because if you load into a world and it just says the nameplate and it never loads in, you incorrectly patch the game. Because I did that while setting up the patches yesterday. Oh, if Equations was there trying to fix it, never mind. Oh, 4 more arrows for this guy. Did you know your options for starting cards in Duelist of the Rose is determined by your save file name? Okay, that was a dumb thing to do. I think he was at 2 and then the other guy got in the way. Yeah, it depends. It changes your cards based on your save file name. Yeah, they just tied the RNG code, the RNG seed, not code, to either a username, well, usually a username because they're all unique. So, you know, your RNG seed is your gamer tag in Dead Rising. Everybody's RNG seed is now unique because you have to have unique gamer tags. It was just another way to set your RNG seed. Aside from doing system. Usually it's like system clock time, I think is usually what it is. can't even say that's a Colin question, because Colin's an animator. He may not have that obscure answer for me. 2 more arrows for this guy and he's dead. I know Colin has done some light game programming, but I don't know if setting an RNG seed is something that he's dealt with. I'm still not paying attention to how many souls these guys give me, but it feels like a lot. Instead of playing Duelist of the Rose on my PS2, which I have a component hookup in my capture card, streaming PS2 games is super easy. Actually, my component hookup has a PS3 connection, so I have a means to strip HD content protection from my PS3. But if I didn't, I could just use S component cables. To stream PS3 games. But I'm gonna do yeah, it wasn't capture card issues, it was just my source switcher was being annoying and I just wasn't gonna fight it. That was risky. Yeah, component cables are red, yellow, white. I'm actually gonna look by my TV real quick. Yeah, it's red, yellow, white, and then S video is a instead of it being a single port, it's a bunch of different prongs. It carries more information. I was really hoping I killed these guys before I walked away. Good hit. 4. That's 4. 6. I was trying to pay attention, I still didn't see how many souls I got. I mean, I'm going up like 100,000 a round. So I guess... Yeah, not 100,000. I'm going up 10,000 around, so 5 to 6k seems correct. I put an extra 0 in there for some reason. I mean, these guys are just mini bosses. Is all they are. But when it's time to do Duelist of the Rose, we'll just put in whoever's here in chat. We'll just put their names in and see what cards we get and see who we want to use. And when things go poorly, we can blame that member of chat. Oh, okay, that's 4 hits. Good to know. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we just kind of tuck around the corner and wait for him to die. 5,953 souls. I mean, most of the starting decks are just bad. The main function of the game is when you beat an opponent, every card in their graveyard is put onto a slot machine. If there are not enough cards on the slot machine, it is padded out with False Trap, I think? Yeah, it's padded out with False Trap. So, if you win quickly, you just end up with a buttload of false traps. And not only do you suffer through the early guys, hoping for good drops, as Naminé points out, each card has a card point value that determines your deck value. And if your deck value is higher than the opponent, you cannot fight them. If you drag on the fight to get as many things as possible, you also end up filling the roulette wheel with the garbage from their deck. So like Tristan and his stupid happy eggs. It's actually pretty straightforward. Once you get into the groove of things, it just kind of goes. But explaining the rules outside of context, well, without context, yeah, it sounds like a nightmare. I have not been paying attention to how many arrows I've shot this guy with, so I'm going to shoot him twice and move on. we haven't even gotten to the best part of the game, which is early Yu-Gi-Oh! Fusion, in which there is no fusion card. I think this is an abnormal poison, so I'm going to shoot him one more time. I wonder if I can find a guide somewhere for the fusions. You literally just select every card in your hand and hope for the best. And then you watch and you remember what fuses in your deck and what it fuses into. Because sometimes it's a downgrade because fuck you. It's really weird. So it's like, if you fuse a warrior and a fire card, you'll get Flame Swordsman. Unless that warrior or that fire card has special conditions for fusions attached to it, in which case you get nothing. My big one is I just fuse Warrior and Beast hoping for Neko Warrior, because it's something like 2,400 attack points, and you just go from there. Oh, hey, they're gone. Yeah, let me pause real quick and see if there's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Oh, whoops, I actually wanted that complete. Fusions. There's a whole bunch of card passwords. Nah, I don't want any of that. Yeah, okay. Here's a really... Does this website have a date on it? No, it does not. There you go. Good luck figuring out your life in that. Yeah, and because he is leaving early, I assume part of that 400 million is the 250 million he gets as part of his contract, where if a merger forces him out, he gets $250 million. Yeah, but as you can see on the link, and YouTube, I'll put the link in the description if I remember. I've already closed it, so let me go open it again real quick. Open link.